Do you want to do a podcast? We make a darn good team. It always goes without a hitch. Let's head to Twitch and go start up the stream. Do you want to do a podcast? It's the Nerd Glasses Podcast. Let's start now. Hi everyone and welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast.
Come? Alright, I'll do my own bits myself.
Oh wait, no silence.
We're doing it. Get off the road.
Hey Dave.
Hey Boater.
So as you know, Facebook was down yesterday, as well as all of its associated social media services. Meanwhile, Spirit Halloween issued a press release announcing their new online storefront.
Bravo! Bravo! I liked that one and I didn't see it coming!
I saw it in image format, to be fair. It's not entirely original, but still, it does lie in the delivery. Hello everyone and welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast. I'm Boater.
I'm Dave Mann.
Being unoriginal since 2019.
It's the first time you've heard it.
Welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast. It's the first time you've heard it, right? Coming to you in ultra-wide frame for some reason, and we'll get to that shortly. But first, this is the part where I normally talk about a Twitch ban and kick things off with, oh, well, who was banned this week? But this is actually going back to a Twitch unban. According to streamer bans on Twitter, after 2 years, 2 days, and 10 hours, Twitch streamer Axiom has been unbanned. Sorry, that's Axion with an N. I keep mistyping it here. Anyway, he was banned back in 2019 for lending out his pass at TwitchCon, which was a big no-no. Someone else was caught with his pass at TwitchCon. So he was banned from streaming for more than 2 years for that. He had appeared earlier this summer to no response, but a couple days ago, upon getting news of reinstatement, no word yet if he's still a partner, I guess we'll find out, he was like, I just woke up, I feel like I'm still dreaming. Twitch support, thank you for this chance, I'll show you that people can do better. Next tweet was, still in shock, can't be real, waiting for it to be reversed. And then the next day he said, yo, Cam comes in on Tuesday, expect a cooking stream when it arrives. He didn't move on to stream somewhere else. He just didn't have a streaming setup ready to go. So, yes, that is Axion unbanned on Twitch. So, congratulations.
Bravo. Bravo.
Thank you, Dude Icarus, hanging out in chat. Hello there. Oh, boy, it's going to be a good night. Dave, that is someone who was unbanned in the past 7 days. What do we have in the next 7 days going forward coming out?
So, remember in the summer when we didn't have any games and everybody was kind of sad and now we have more games than I can keep up with? That's right. It's not a single, a double, but it's a triple header of releases coming out. Starting with today. You, on your many, many systems, can get yourself a game that looked at a successful business model and went, I'll have some of that. Namely, Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl. Available on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft Windows. And it boasts a verbose, a multi-talented, and a seemingly particularly chosen playable character base. 20 characters from 13 different Nickelodeon series.
At launch.
Ren and Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man from the Ren and Stimpy show.
Ren and Stimpy as one character, by the way. As one playable, you're playing both of them together.
Rugrats chose Reptar, a safe choice, although where's my Stew Pickles stands, trying to get him into the mix.
Maybe a little too human. I don't know. Well, that doesn't stop some of the other ones.
From SpongeBob SquarePants, fighting in the yellow corner will be SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick
Squishy
Star,
one himself,
and Sandy Cheeks. From TMNT, this is the more interesting one.
Yeah.
Leo, Mikey, and April O'Neil.
That's leaving 2 out that are
And
pretty-
Casey Jones! The guy was made to do this!
pretty clearly. We're looking at like some DLC in the future. So that's why this is on release. I know people have done some data mining to see like what future characters could be as well, but this is more clearly than ever, there's only 2 out of 4 turtles here. It's not going to stay that way. Who
And
else have we got
Splinter,
on
Shredder?
Yep. Yeah, who else have we got on release? Nigel Thornberry
From the Wild
Smashing.
Thornberries. We have Lincoln Loud and Lucy Loud from the Loud House. I haven't watched that show, but my students watch it a lot, and I'm actually glad that it's getting a nod along with the other original Nickelodeon shows. I'm also glad Legend of Korra, featuring Korra,
Yep.
Invader Zim, Hey Arnold's Helga Pataki.
Oh yeah.
Danny
That's a
Phantom's-
vicious one to start out with from Hey Arnold.
Danny Phantom, we will be having a Danny Phantom. Cat Dog will be fighting from Cat Dog. We also have from Real Monsters, a show near and dear to my heart. We'll have Oblina returning, which means that they just need to add Ickis and a couple other characters.
Again, more to look forward to.
And
For probably $5 a pop or something.
speculatively, that a lot of us were discussing here in the studios before we went live, the proverbial sword fighters to everyone's Smash Bros. Avatar: The Last Airbender will be having Aang and Toph Beifong.
Yeah.
There is a ton of characters they can add from the Avatar franchise, and I won't be mad if they do.
People were joking that Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra together are going to kind of be like the Fire Emblem, as Fire Emblem is to Smash, where it's
I want
just,
old
there's going to
Aang.
be these characters all the time.
I want old Aang too. Add that to the list. Dude Icarus with Hugh for Nickelodeon Smash Bros. Battle Royale. I love it, and we should definitely pies up for Hugh.
It might be a while until I get this game, but the second that Sokka is available and I can yell, "The boomerang does come back," then I'm getting it.
2 other games that are coming out in the next 7 days that
Raph is too violent for a kid's game. I don't know. Helga's going to lay the smack down.
it's true. It's true. I mean, Raphael in the comics is like, like
Yeah, really good starting lineup. So
excited for that one. Get it today on any of your systems. I'm very excited for this game, but I probably will not get it immediately at release. But if you've watched anything on YouTube in the last couple of days without an ad blocker or without YouTube Premium, you have seen the titular main character, El Presidente Aston Castillo, portrayed by Giancarlo Esposito, taunting you, the player, to bring it on. That's right, Far Cry 6 is coming out, and I wrote this down on Friday. It's coming out Thursday. October 7th is Thursday, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Should probably try to beat the release date on the 8th.
Which is?
So I'll talk about that in just a second, but I want to talk about the fact that to have another big bad of the caliber of previous big bads we've had in Far Cry games, and the fact that this one is based on an island, like tropical combat and all these things, it's exactly out of a Far Cry what you would want. It's screaming at you on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, Amazon Luna,
Okay.
and Motor Check Your Pulse. That's right, it's coming out for Google Stadia. It's still alive,
Yeah, buddy.
baby. Welcome, Raiders from Sustaina. I hope you guys have enjoyed your stream. You're just in time. We're chatting about games that are coming out in the next 7 days, and we'll be talking about Pokemon Oreos, hunting for that $1,000 Mew, and so much more. Make sure to keep it tuned in here to Insane Games TV. But I am positive that Far Cry 6 decided to release on Thursday as opposed to Friday, because Friday, Nintendo fans rejoice, because the game that you have been teased, the game you have been promised, the game you wanted, Metroid Dread, is getting released this Friday. And you know what? Not my cup of tea, but I know that this is really a game that's going to make it for a lot of people.
Chanting sounds here. Wait, no, that's the Halo theme.
But yeah, I cannot wait for this game. I cannot wait to see people streaming it and playing it, because if you stream it, I will probably watch it because I'm not good at Metroid. The side scroller ones I was fine with. In fact, let's do a call out to Steve. Steve, can we get this in the books to get Mike a copy of this? I think it'll work out. Mike will be able to hose this game.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
He'll make a 30-minute playthrough of it, and he'll just beat the whole thing. So that and so much more. One more thing, and a shout out to today. Alan Wake came out, and
Nice.
Be playing that. Be playing that a lot.
We're gonna go off that. Demon Dragon asks how your Death Stranding playthrough is going, because you were gonna try to finish that for today.
Yes. So I have a confession to make that I streamed for 8 hours on Friday. I streamed for a couple hours on Saturday morning, and Saturday night, and I streamed for a couple hours on Sunday. And I just we'll talk about this later in the stream. We'll really get more in depth of it, but the game it's over 9,000.
Yeah, it's big.
There's nothing I can do.
He's big. Over 9,000 hours, obviously, to finish. So he's getting there.
And so I'm actually more excited that I tried really hard to ignore a lot of the gameplay stuff, and I'm still not even halfway done with that game, which means that we'll just start taking our time more often with it.
Yep.
Maybe I'll throw in a stream on one day. Maybe I won't. This and that and the other.
Trade
but
back
keep
and
it
forth
tuned
with
in.
Alan Wake a bit.
I promise to those of you watching that I will only play storyline on stream, though.
Nice. Nice.
So keep it tuned in. And Love Alec, you did a lot. Thank you, Sustaina, for the lurk. But yeah, my apologies. Boater, next week, do you want to do in the future, not necessarily next week, but almost like a Death Stranding challenge where we have to try to deliver something from some place to another place, like an egg, but we have to pack it in a bag with a bunch of stupid things?
The answer is yes,
Okay.
and we'll have to figure out the exact specifics of what a Death Stranding challenge looks like. It might be something that's pre-recorded, and then we just sit here commentating on it, and Steve would be involved somehow with that. So we'll figure out the specifics.
You want in on it, Steve? All right, so Death Stranding challenge coming up soon, and when we do that, there'll be some extra punitive measure that I have to do because I failed you, the watchers here on Insane Games TV. Death Stranding challenge is more like rigor mortis. You have to do it in bikinis. Oh God, you do not want to see my out of shape ass in less clothing. You know what? I'd do it in like athletic wear. Like uncomfortably small athletic wear, like the,
Uncomfortably athletic men's athletic wear.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's still showing all the wrong curves.
so like yeah, all the wrong curves in all the right places, and like
Stop
short
it, Steve.
shorts. Oh, we would get banned so fast, and I would get arrested.
Not
so
if you call it a hot tub stream.
Steve,
Just the entire screen is a black center bar, and you just hear us. No, you would hear us trying to move an egg, but our on a center thing would be even worse.
Steve would have to edit the video of, "Hey guys, we're here doing the challenge." It's all of a sudden it's the two of us getting put in the back of a cop car, and Steve going, "Don't worry, I'm getting this on film. I'm getting it." Demon Dragon, make sure to request one next time I'm live on my channel. Have I got a hot tub for you on my channel? But we'll definitely try to track down a hot tub, and we'll do at least one segment of Nerd Glasses from the tub. But
All right, we have a lot of things that we want to get to tonight, and we talked a little bit, and we had a hard time deciding what topics are we going to get to, who has priority, whatever. So what we are going to do, you may notice that we are in ultra widescreen here. That is because for the longest time I have had these mini cornhole sets sitting around the place. So we are finally going to break these out, and we are going to play and see who gets to bring up the next topic. Before that, though, Dave, do you want to introduce this and do that as we're going today?
Sure. So 2 weeks ago, last week,
Yeah, last week.
Boater discussed that someone found the rarest of rare, a Mew. And they were listing it online for the very fair price for a legendary Pokemon of $1,000. And I want that. I want $1,000, please.
Well, I mean, and I said if I get a Mew, I'm going to make a TikTok of me eating it. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll just have to fight about it. But we are gonna search through. I did provide some King Dairy, local dairy for the Saratoga Springs Capital District. So here's to you. Of course, the check's in the mail from them to us, of course, to Insane Games TV.
Hashtag not sponsored. I mean, wait. So what we're going to do, I think, is that we each have 4 beanbags. We're going to toss. Whoever gets the most landed is going to bring up the next topic. But as we do this transition between topics, we will also each grab an Oreo and see what we've got. And we'll see just who we can find throughout the stream. Does that sound good?
Perfect. Steve, being that he is sitting in the command booth, is allowed to just call out that he wants it, although we toss it to him. So
Catch! Okay. I don't know how much of a ref we need, but I guess, Dave, I will give to you the first throw here. Oh, actually, our ref here, without a headset, so make sure you shout really loud if you have any sort of call to make.
Hey Siri, flip a coin!
Call.
heads.
It's heads!
Oh yeah, baby!
Okay. This is like a less intense version of when we did pickleball. A much less intense.
Stream, can you breathe on that for me? Thanks. Damn.
Our
Good.
rules are that we need to sit upright. I cannot take advantage of doing that. Not that it would help anyway. No, I already threw that away. Aha! Are we doing best of 4? Go ahead and throw yours. Nope. And I almost nut Dave. Cool. Hooray! I get to bring up a topic first. Ah, yes.
Steve
And
really
Steve-
just wants a cookie.
Steve just wants a cookie. Steve just took a cookie. What'd you get?
I was-
Bulbasaur.
Do you know how mad I was gonna get?
He just pulled out a Mew, the first cookie.
If the first cookie he took out was just a Mew.
Okay. So I will pull out a cookie. You pull out a cookie, and I will go to
You know what?
a topic.
I'm gonna back row this one.
Interesting. Cyndaquil.
Uh-oh. I also got Cyndaquil.
All right. I'll hold on to this and eat it when you're given the next topic.
Oh, you talk about that topic while I enjoy
So
this
topics,
food.
and this is kind of carrying a little bit off of last week, a little bit. So yesterday on Behind the Counter, they mentioned the Facebook outage that happened yesterday. We can talk about that super quick. That's just more kind of bringing up, hey, this thing happened. I think a lot of people noticed at one point or another that Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all of that went down. And for some people, it was like, oh, well, that sucks. For some people, it was, quick, get your aunts and uncles vaccinated. Without that machine there to say no. Like, in some parts of the world, WhatsApp is a huge deal with communication. And so it was kind of a big thing that it was down, and it was this, like, I almost said the name of the Pokemon for some reason. Facebook does too much, and it's one of these things where we've talked before about like what monopolies should be busted, and with how much just went down, that kind of makes it go like, huh, that's one more thing we should be looking at Facebook about. But first, how about everything relating to the 60 Minutes interview and testifying at Congress today, whatever. I'm not going to go into that. I didn't really look into Facebook is in hot water. It was mentioned a little bit on Behind the Counter yesterday. I don't know if you had anything to add other than it happened and it was a bad time and kind of shows how big Facebook is.
Boy, does it suck when all of your social medias and things go down for an extended period of time, it's almost like all those people that bailed to go to Facebook gaming are getting what they deserve.
I mean, it did take down Oculus as well. Stuff that uses Facebook to sign in every time rather than just give you a token. So if you were trying to play on your Oculus, you were screwed.
headset, you just couldn't use it.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean, like maybe
God.
local single player stuff was okay. A lot of Oculus services were down. If you needed to like sign into Oculus and weren't already signed in before the outage happened, you were screwed. Like you couldn't go into the Oculus store.
Jesus.
So it was rough.
That's bad. That's bad
Yep,
RNG.
there was a lot of bad. So that was yesterday. I will say also going off of just mentioning that was mentioned on Behind the Counter yesterday. Something that wasn't mentioned on Behind the Counter yesterday was Dan responding to my response to his call out about racing. So I guess he just wants to forget that I wanted to rise to the challenge. We'll see how that goes.
I want no part in this because this is tiptoeing on the case of an ass whooping a coming, and I don't want it to be me.
No, you get front row seats, but you're not in the arena. I'm not.
Nope. You know very well that I'm going to get roped right in. It's going to be one of those cases of we're standing there and Big Bad's going to come around and we're both going to be like, hey, what's going on? He's going to go, you two. And I'm going to go, me.
You're probably right.
And then Boater's going to go, ha ha. And then we're both going to get eviscerated.
Listen, I'll help a bit. Okay, that's what I got on that. Next topic. Oh, okay. Yeah, every time we switch a topic to see who gets to actually say something. A reminder that any that we don't get to tonight, either from bad playing or whatever reasons, will be on the tabled topics Discord discussion over at the Insane Games TV Discord. Link is in the About section below. I won the last one, so I'll go first. Sound good? I'm gonna take out that stupid phone. Oh, that was close. We're going to take out that baseball, apparently. Sunk one. Nope. All right, Dave gets the next one. Steve takes another cookie. What'd you get?
Mew. I'm kidding.
Who was it? Squirtle. Okay.
Man. so
He's
you got
getting the Gen
Bulbasaur?
1 starters.
Steve just here for the cookies. I mean, aren't you all just here for the amusement? Absolutely.
Sableye. Which Steve had claimed, but since he's already taken some each time we go, I guess I'm getting Sableye.
Wow. Cold, Boater. Cold.
All right. I'll set it to the side over here. Next time we come over, you can grab one. Instead, I've got Lapras. Lapras?
Lapras.
Lapras. Okay.
Oh, Pikachu.
Dan deprived us of carrot cake cookies on Behind the Counter. Oh man, there's a reckoning coming. All right, Dave, what you got?
So, in a couple of days, Nintendo's going to be releasing a new console. And by new, I mean new console. And by new console, I mean releasing an OLED Nintendo Switch, and everybody's really jazzed about it. Some people are, because what this will mean on the positive side of things is that there will be more Switches in circulation in stores. So if you are a holdout and you haven't gotten one yet, you are more likely to walk into a store and see it in stock now.
Yeah. The OLED, so it's interesting. A lot of people complain that the OLED Switch isn't like a big like hardware update in the same way that like the Xbox One X was and so forth.
Yes.
And I don't like there to be a hardware update midway through because it kind of makes within a generation a split. So as far as like game ability goes, the ability to play games, both are exactly the same. The differences for the OLED version, do you know what the differences are?
What I do know is same battery,
Mhm.
Gonna use the same Joy-Cons.
Mhm.
But I do know the screen is a bit bigger.
Yep, screen is slightly larger, slightly brighter because of the OLED technology.
But other
The
than that,
kickstand is full width, so instead of being this little thing that comes out when you stand it up, it's the full width and it's a lot more stable.
I like my little kickstand. It does its work.
It's
It
cute.
lifts for the team.
It does its best, but it's getting some backup now.
But
There's
Boater,
a couple other maybe little ones, but
Boater, I ask ye, is OLED the latest and greatest in picture Christmas? Is OLED the top of the tops, the king of the hill?
you're right, Dave. It should have been e-ink. I don't
Is-
know. I don't even follow displays. OLED is big,
But
yes.
Is there a resolution to games perhaps that may be better?
Oh yeah, because the
visual?
resolution of the Switch didn't upgrade. It's still 1080p, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So because kind of going back to what I said, Switch games are designed for 1080p. It could upscale to 2.5K or to 4K or something like that, but no real reason to, except that the pixel density is slightly lower with a larger screen. I think it's fine.
This was kind of news for 11 companies, including Zynga Incorporated, a company that does a lot of work for Nintendo and makes a lot of small mobile games and this and that and the other, gacha games and this and that and the other. But they have a 4K Nintendo dev kit right now, and they're making stuff for that 4K Nintendo dev kit right now. But we are not getting a 4K system right now.
Huh.
So, 11 different companies spoke to our friends at Bloomberg, where this story originated from for me, and they confirmed that they have a Nintendo sent 4K dev kit
Interesting.
that they are just not making a system for.
So I can think of a few reasons for that. Has Nintendo officially replied to any of that? Have they offered their reasons?
They did not reply to Bloomberg as of press. I am going to keep an eye on that, knowing that that they do a good job of following up on those. But Nintendo has officially come out and said there will be no 4K Switch.
Yeah, so
But they really said it in the style of, "Ain't nobody getting a 4K Switch. Ain't no way, no how." And they closed the door. And
Yeah.
and you
so
know.
I can see one of maybe three things happening. One, there will be a 4K Switch, but they want to give it a little bit further down the line. One more revision a couple years from now. Maybe they're waiting on greater chip availability or something like that. Number two, the OLED was originally planned to be 4K capable as well, but again, maybe because of chip shortage, they changed their mind. So maybe, and again, leading back to point one, maybe there's going to be 4K, maybe there won't. And number three, I don't know. I feel like I had a third one, but lists are better in threes, but I can't think of number three. It might have originally been planned to be 4K. Maybe they hadn't made the decision yet, but they got the dev kits ready to go in 4K because they were still kind of playing around with it and made the decision after the dev kits went out. Or, again, they could be planning 4K later on. Nintendo plays that kind of thing really close to their chest, even with development partners.
Yes. Yeah, Nintendo likes nothing more than to literally go, "We're never going to do blank," and then 2 weeks later, flourish and reveal blank.
Actually, yeah, that was point number three, is that they fully do have plans for 4K later on, but if they tell you right now that there's going to be a 4K Switch next year, no one's going to buy a Switch this year. So they keep it close to their chest so that you are buying Switches right up until the moment that they announce it for next year or whenever, if there is going to be one. My thoughts are there won't. Until there is enough of a jump that, like, the Switch 2 or the Switch I or whatever they end up calling it, where, like, you know how the Nintendo DSi was technically a separate system, but it played Nintendo DS games exactly the same. So we could be looking at something like that with the Switch upgrade a few years from now, but that will also do 4K.
While we're compiling things we want from Nintendo, and everyone in chat, get your wishes in. Wind Waker, please. Wind Waker, please.
I mean, they're getting there. Slowly they're working through remastering Zelda
Wind Waker,
games.
please. I don't want to try to dig up a GameCube. I want to play it on my Switch. Wind Waker, please.
Yeah, but who does the Wii U? Anyway,
Wait, is it on Wii U? Wind Waker for the Switch, please. Or re-release it so that I can get copies of it. Please.
Put it on the online Nintendo shop so that we can download it on the Switch, please. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So overall, we are 1-1. Steve, are you keeping score?
I am now.
Okay, cool. Well, we're 1-1 right now. Let's see. You won that one, so you go ahead and toss first.
Steve, will you blow on it?
No,
That counts.
it's unsanitary.
Yeah, Dave, come on. What's wrong with you?
I ate cookies.
You're trying to hit my phone. Meanwhile, I'm trying not to hit the laptop or the Xbox. Okay, Steve, do you have a topic?
Sora and Smash. Round 2.
True. Yeah, let's. Okay, you go ahead, take a seat. We'll talk about Sora and Smash. Oh, everybody, take a cookie. Here's your.
I'll go for the luck of the gods.
No, take your Sableye. I saved it for you.
Rugi. Gross.
Charmander.
Good.
Okay, yeah. So the newest character in Super Smash Brothers was announced.
It's very disappointing. I don't like Kingdom Hearts. It's dead to me.
For those, Kingdom Hearts is a really popular franchise, but I can definitely imagine that, like, if it's not your thing, Sora being the final character that will be added to this game's roster is super disappointing. Because obviously all of us here were pulling for Waluigi.
Absolutely. It's like when they announced Bayonetta for Smash 4 as like, oh, hey, here's Corrin. Bayonetta. Round of applause, and good night. But we do have Doom Guy as the newest and best Mii Fighter costume.
Yeah, they've kind of done that, like, oh yeah, we're going to release Mii costumes for some of them, and it's like, okay, you did something, but...
Weirdly enough, if it's not Nintendo, it's mostly Microsoft because of like Cuphead, Vault
Yep,
Boy,
yep.
Skyrim. Got it.
And it's interesting looking at the announcement, too, for Sora, because, like, Kingdom Hearts is so wrapped up in Disney as well. Like, it's its own thing. And weirdly, when you do recaps of Kingdom Hearts, like what's happened, whatever, Disney is kind of ancillary to it.
Yeah.
But it is still a big part of the draw. And, of course, when it came to Nintendo, of course, coming along with Sora is absolutely nothing.
It might as well be
Double
nothing.
didn't heal anybody.
Like,
Yeah.
there's one stage that is coming along with it that kind of flips into two different states based on levels from the games.
Mhm.
There's art that is included with Disney characters carefully removed from the art. All that there is almost a hidden Mickey, a little Mickey head medallion on the end of the Keyblade. So, hey, if you are a big Kingdom Hearts fan, then this has been a welcome addition for you.
And
If you're the rest of the people, then you're like, man!
you know what else is a welcome addition? The fact that all the Kingdom Hearts games are now on Switch, with a little bit of an asterisk, because they're all the cloud versions, and it's like, why at that point? Like Hitman 3, Resident Evil 7, all those big budget games.
Yeah.
You'll have to be sitting next to a Wi-Fi router just to get a semblance of a game.
It's true. Okay. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
throwing a topic at us that we could talk a little bit about when you weren't prepared with any topics. So far, everybody keeping track, that is 1 win for Dave, 1 win for Boater, and 1 win for Steve. There goes the chair. I guess we got to flip a coin to see who goes first this time. Dave, you went first last time. Go ahead and go first this one. I was going to say something about the red beanbags being, like weighted or something, because clearly they were there. Don't block that. That went in.
Voter wins.
No, keep going. Come on.
Oh,
Come on. All right, come on. You got one more.
I earned that. I earned that.
You think I can't roll with that? I appreciate it, ref, but didn't realize Sora would be the last character added to Smash. Yeah, that is what the 63rd and final character that will be added. And now everyone's like, "Okay, dude, you can take a break. You've been working nonstop at Nintendo for 20 years. Take a vacation or something." Yeah, it's been nuts. Okay. Right, we each grab. What'd you get for a cookie? Squirtle.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff. It's Steph's favorite. Well, actually, it evolves into her favorite, but Dratini.
Way to kind of know your wife's favorite Pokemon.
It's Dragonite, right? It's your favorite? I know what evolution line. It's whatever the final evolution of Dratini is. Oh, wait, I have a comic book. Oh no,
I was gonna say, I mean,
I want cookies. Hold on.
all right, foul on the play. Boater, there's something. The patent office alert. Yes, yes. The patent office alert flagged me on Twitter, and it told me, "Listen to this, baby, and tell me how hyped everyone is." A patent was filed for game apparatus, computer-readable, non-transitory storage medium having information processing program stored, then information processing method. I know. It's so easy to remember. It just rolls off the tongue.
I mean, patents are always opaque as F.
This game apparatus, computer-readable, non-transitioning, storage medicine, information processing program stored, then information processing method, was filed by our friends at Nintendo. And I did, in fact, leaf through the patent, through all of the technical jargon.
No, you didn't.
I did, though. The patents are really easy to look at. You just look in the middle of the paragraph.
Yeah, and where the pictures are. You didn't read it, you looked at the pictures.
Maybe. But in this case, it's software. The game apparatus, computer-readable, non-transitory storage medium,
thing.
having information processing programs stored, then information processing method, is actually a thing that Microsoft has and Sony desperately needs. It's Quick Resume.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Switch, in an update, is going to be getting Quick Resume at one point.
Neat.
For those of you at home that don't know what that is.
So when we're talking data storage, we're talking the ability to take your game state, to dump it somewhere on the system, whether it's on the hard drive, whether it's in RAM, whether it's a special chip for it, so that when you go back into it, not just the last game, bless you, not just the last game that you were in, but perhaps multiple games. Xbox has Quick Resume for like up to 6 games at once or something.
Absurd.
Yeah, you can be playing Control and then say, you know what, I feel like playing Forza Horizon 4? Isn't out yet? 3, then I guess. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'm done. I'm done playing this game. Let me go to this other game, and you are playing that game in 10 seconds. Like, right where you left off. You're not got to load up the game. I'm at a start screen, got to go through a loading screen, whatever. And now Nintendo's looking to get the same.
Nintendo's looking to get the same because there's many times when I'm playing Pokemon and I think to myself, you know, I really want to jump into look on the eShop for this or that or the other. And yes, you can access the eShop through the Pokemon game, but that's stupid. I don't want to do it that way.
And like with the Switch especially, because everything's like cartridge based or right off the hard drive, it's not that long that you're waiting a lot of the time. It's not like Xbox loading some stuff off of a disc, which can take a while. Although again, the Xbox Series is a lot better than the Xbox One, but it's still something that is going to save time over the long run, and it saves just enough time that you notice and you're like, boy, this sure is convenient. Like everyone was, before the Series X launched, everyone was like, quick, whatever, and then it came out and everyone's like, this is game changing. It sounds stupid to say it, but like a lot of quality of life stuff. So it's really cool that Nintendo's looking at doing the same thing. Has Sony made any motions about like, yeah, we're gonna eventually?
No, Sony doesn't want you multitasking. They want you playing their games and nothing else.
And only on more current systems. Unfortunately, that's a segue, and we can't do that under today's cornhole rules. I have a topic. Let's see if I get to talk about it.
We'll be talking
See
Sony.
if I default again. If I win, we're talking Sony. Dave, what are we talking if you win this next round?
It's a segment that I'm going to surprise Boater with.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I technically won that last one, so I'll throw first this time. Okay. Nice.
Ah! There's a lot of expectation on you, and if you fail, it's okay.
Dave, what are we Steve, what are we talking? Steve, what's our topic? Also, where did that land?
My boy! My boy! He killed my boy.
Topic. Oh, jeez, I wasn't prepared for this. Apple cider donut Oreos are gone everywhere. We can't find them for the taste test on behind the counter. All right, next round.
All right, next round. Apple cider for those that couldn't hear, apple cider donut Oreos are gone. Next round. That one was so quick, we didn't even have a workable topic, so we didn't grab a Pokemon Oreo. Next round.
Steve can take two.
Okay, what do you get?
Cyndaquil? Oh, shit! Got Mew.
What?
Ow! We
Okay.
got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. What do we do with what do we do with Mew?
Steve, it's technically your Mew.
What would you like to do with the Mew?
Ooh, okay. No one tell anybody else. Everyone watching here today, we're going to put it in a baggie. We're going to put it in the back of the fridge. Until somebody finds it.
Hold it,
throws
yeah, hold it
away.
up. Make sure that, see if it focuses close enough. We want to hold on. Dave, you go ahead and say your plan.
So let's hide it in the back of the fridge here at the studio for as long as we possibly can until someone finds it and goes, "What is that?"
At the same time, I really want to like clip this and put this up somewhere. And as soon as we do clip it, it's going to be known.
If people watch the clip. If you watch the clip, you can come
Yeah,
visit
but it's going to
Mew.
be known by Dan.
I have a feeling that Dan will watch and then forget.
I clipped this, send it to you guys, delete it, call it a day.
Wow, nice find. Mew looks high as fuck, LMAO.
Bravo, Steve.
Bravo to
LC.
Steve. We do as Steve wishes. Do you wish to do that? Put it in the back of the fridge.
Do you want to eat it?
Do you want to just eat it?
I can't eat $1,000.
It's not okay. As I
Okay,
was saying on the stream, nobody actually bought one of these for $1,000. They were listed and then accepted for a lower price.
Or
I have a great idea. You guys talk amongst yourselves about the next one.
Okay, let's figure out what the next one is. I'm scared. I don't know. He walked away. Okay, he sinks one. I think he's going to split it 3 ways and we each get to choose our own. Let's just go again. Okay, we each sunk one. Let's go again. You sank the first one. Oh, well, that's 1 and 1. All right. Oh my god. For fuck's sake. Dave, we're getting too good at this, but not good enough to actually do anything about
when
it.
we play pickleball.
Okay.
Neither of us are good enough to dominate the other one.
It's true. There. I've sunk 2 so far. And I biffed that one into the HDMI port. All right. So, hey, as we said about 5 minutes ago, PlayStation topic. Dave, we each get a cookie now to... I got Bulbasaur. You're not allowed. Yes, by all means, come grab another.
If he eats it, he has to eat it on camera.
Okay, so we were...
Ew, Pikachu.
We it was more like Pika-ew. So... Oh my god! Okay. So he split it into the 2 wafers and the cream. And as is his right, he is taking the bit with Mew on it to eat for himself. We'll each take one and each eat a piece? Because it has already been mutilated. Ha! Ha! Mutilated. Just making sure you got it. And I've got the cream. 3, 2, 1, everybody. I'm really happy with that solution, Steve. Thank you.
$1,000 never tasted so sweet. And my microphone's off.
Except mine was sweeter because I had the cream. Come on, second Mew. Butter got the cream because he's in the middle. Aww. Piplup. All right. PlayStation. As I was trying to say in the segue, PlayStation really wants you to play on their newer consoles. We talked a few months ago about how they were planning on shutting down the stores for the PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation 3. They ended up not doing so because everyone was like, no, we still want those. We still want to be able to play on those, play those games, etc. But Sony is going to be discontinuing credit card and PayPal payment processing for PS3 and PS Vita stores. When I first read about this, it was like a Kotaku article that was like, oh, well, this is awful, and they're trying to sabotage whatever. And it's just like, that's not my thoughts on that. Like, part of the reason that they wanted to shut it down is because of security. Like, these are separate systems, and to keep security updated is really expensive. So if it doesn't have to handle credit card process, if it doesn't have to handle directly interfacing with anybody's financial systems, then that's great. It can still access gift cards. If you go to Target and buy a PlayStation gift card, it can still access the PlayStation Wallet. So you can go on your PS4, if you've got one, or heaven forbid, go to their website, buy $20 worth of PlayStation money. I don't know if they convert it to something else or if it's just, well, you got $20 in your PlayStation wallet.
I think
now.
it's just PlayStation Wallet money.
Yeah, so you put $20 into your PlayStation wallet, boot up your PS3, and buy Suikoden 4 on the store. I don't know. But, like, it's still plenty easy to get games on these. And I think it's a really good solution for something that a couple months ago they were like, good job, Wesley, good night, might kill you in the morning. This is promising for the longevity of those stores.
I wholeheartedly agree that there is no reason that people should think that Sony, and especially in the era that those two online lobbies were created, are going to keep defending those things from the horrible things that have befallen those particular PlayStation Network IPs anyway. So more power to you, Sony, for, yes, making a corporate financial decision, but a corporate financial decision that literally directly influences and protects the people on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo.
Yeah.
As much as I don't have to like the idea that I can't then just be on my Vita and buy things directly, I'm okay with knowing that my financial information isn't potentially going to get leaked because they're not going to continue to upkeep the net.
Yeah, I mean, there have been leaks in the PlayStation Network before, and so this is just looking at a particularly vulnerable vector and protecting it.
Yep.
And you have a PS4, so if you want something on your Vita, go to your PS4, add the money to your wallet there, and then go back to your Vita.
Or my PlayStation account on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that'll be secure.
Yeah,
I can
there's
add money
apps
to
everywhere.
that wallet there.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. All right.
I'm really glad we got a Mew, because otherwise...
Well, I mean, either way, it still would have been fun to be doing this. I've sunk one so far. That one wants to.
He can't do it.
Didn't even hit the board. That's 3. Hey, you got one in. I still got 3. I think Boder's getting good at this, or getting lucky. The minute I get cocky, it's just going to go horribly.
Pancham.
Rowlet.
If Steve had a catch, Mew.
Okay. Capcom's chief operating officer, Haruhiro Sugimoto, said that Capcom is going to be refocusing on PC development. They've been really well known with their console games. Frankly, the entire industry has kind of been like, oh, there's piracy on PC, so we're going to just focus on console. And to be fair, it is easier to develop for console because you have a very limited set of hardware and software that you're developing from. But, hold on. Excuse me. That was the milk trying to come back up. Because for multiple reasons. There's which I apparently didn't write down. There's been more digital sales on PC, and during the pandemic, more Japanese players have been playing PC than before as well. The market share is rising, and by focusing on that, they're saying that they're going to be able to make a better product. He said, we've recently stated that we will make PC our main platform. At this year's Tokyo Game Show, we focused on exhibiting the PC version of Monster Hunter Rise, and I think people will be able to experience the change in our approach. And I mean, as someone who grew up as a PC gamer, I like that. That makes me feel fuzzy inside. Because for a long time, PC gamers felt like we were playing second fiddle to console.
Because you were. A game
Look,
would come
this
out,
was-
and a half a year later, you would get some broken copy.
Yeah,
Like-
oh look, this was developed for console, and then when it was ported to PC, the shaders didn't come over correctly, and I can't rebind anything on the keyboard, and there's only 8 buttons used on the keyboard anyway because it's ported from joystick controls. I'm looking at you, Nier Automata. Eventually, I did figure out using a gamepad with you, so that's not as big an issue, but still, your shaders were garbage. It looked like poop, and there wasn't the support for it. So it's nice that there's going to be that focus on it. I don't have much to say about it, but it's like, yay, focus on PC gaming. Nothing to add. I don't know.
Not a PC gamer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it's more and more, starting with the original Xbox and going forward, consoles are, kind of overblown PCs anyway.
Mhm.
So
and more so now than ever.
yeah,
Like,
the PS3 was a little odd with its cell architecture, but since then they're PCs in a box.
it's a pre-built PC that you absolutely cannot customize.
That and sort of like when we talk about like streaming games, Stadia. Oh yeah, rest in peace. That it's the servers are sort of PCs on their own too. So if they're looking at potentially streaming being a future way to do things, I don't know. I don't know enough about the back end architecture of that.
It's more closer to Android than anything.
Okay, closer to how Android does it. Gotcha.
Maybe I'll sweet and low packet it.
That was close.
That was close.
That wasn't. I'm gonna end up unplugging that Xbox.
Yep.
Don't worry, Dave. Again, there is the Tabled Topics channel in Discord for anything you have that doesn't end up making it.
Oh yeah.
Cookie. Pikachu. Is that another Pikachu?
It's
A
a Grookey.
Grookey.
Sandshrew. All right, Sandshrew.
Okay. I'm happy with the variety in here. Yeah, it's a lot of Gen 1, but still like, oh, okay, yeah.
I'm very glad it's only Gen 1. Gen 1's the best gen.
Gen 7 or Gen 8.
And that's why I hate him.
Let's see here. So I talked a week or two ago about prospective anti-hate raid measures from Twitch, and sure enough, those have gone into effect. Actually, I'm gonna combine Twitch topics here because there's not much to say about it. We talked about the way that the moderation could be. You can say accounts that were made within the last 6 months need to have phone or email verification, or chatters that have started following within the last X, whatever. It's really flexible. You can have exclusions for subscribers, for VIPs, for moderators that they don't necessarily need to have that verification in there. And it's live for everyone right now. By default, that is off. But if you as a streamer want to, have suffered from hate raids or other things where you have just people being awful coming into your stream at the start, then you can turn these protection measures on and customize them to your liking.
I got followed in the last 3 weeks by 75 of those bot things. Bring it on, bitches. Because I ain't your target audience, but it's really funny that you think that I am.
As soon as one comes in, I block it. I assume you do the same.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
The mod team over
I
at
only get-
DAM314 handle it almost immediately,
Nice.
and it's great.
I only get about once a week, but also I have a lot fewer followers and such than you do. So,
Nah.
so it might just be by follower count, how often they target you, whatever. Also, Dave is a quality streamer. I just sometimes stream. So, maybe
Thank
they.
you, Boater.
Also on Twitch, and this one had a bit more controversy. This one was new this week. A new feature was announced to allow streamers and mostly their audience to pay to promote streams. Maybe like to pay like $5 to say boost this stream to 1,000 viewers. To make impressions or whatever.
Real? So it's viewers active or views past tense?
Well, first off, I see you looking in there. It is currently in beta and only out on a few channels. But like a viewer can open up a thing in the same way that you would pay for bits for a cheer, to say, yes, boost this stream to 1,000 viewers, and then 1,000 people browsing Twitch will get it as like promoted. When you go through Facebook and every third post is a promoted post, then I looked for it on Twitch's blog. I didn't see it there, but I did see a bunch of news articles about
Really?
About it, because like a couple people in the beta program for it were sharing how it looked, and how it affected things, stuff like that. So
That's really weird, because I saw this. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I just wanted to. I know Sustaina shared something on Discord. But what a weird thing, and yet, to be totally honest, if you think your stuff's good and you just don't get eyes on it, if you get eyes on it and people like it, they're gonna stay.
I disagree. This feels like a pay to win kind of thing. It's pay to win for Twitch. And they say that it's to help smaller streamers that are having a hard time with visibility.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen is that, like, it's the mid-tier streamers who are going to benefit most. Someone like shows how much I pay attention to Twitch. Ninja's back on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to care. No one needs him to be promoted, whatever. At the same time, me with like 2 viewers, I don't have the budget to try promoting the stream on my own, and I don't expect my audience members to do the same. What's going to happen is mid-tier viewers who have a decent amount, mid-tier streamers who have a decent amount of viewers, who make a bit of money off of Twitch and maybe want to reinvest it in themselves, those are the ones that are probably going to get the most support. And yeah, like a lot of people are upset with it because people are upset at pay to win in any sort of game, and this just kind of feels like that. You win at Twitch, quote unquote, by getting more people watching and interacting. And this feels like a way to try to do that. Like I mentioned Facebook before, if you're not promoting your posts as a business on Facebook, chances are they're barely reaching anyone. And before they switched to doing a lot of promoted stuff, it would show up in people's feeds if they were following you.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of hidden by the algorithm. And
Yeah, so you're
Twitch is kind of following.
You're basically paying to be featured on Twitch's front page.
Yeah.
Um,
Or at least, like if I want to see who was playing Deathloop, and it's maybe sorting by how many viewers each person has, by doing this, it might put you up higher in that ranking rather than just by number of viewers.
huh.
Or like when you go on Amazon and I search for USB 3.0 7-port hub, because that's what's in iShot right now. And I normally have my sorting by like most prominent, most relevant. There might be something that isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but it's promoted, so it's shown to me first anyway, and it's that kind of thing. So, I mean,
What an interesting move, and yet it, on one hand, if someone, so for example, Insane Games TV is live and someone's viewing and they're really enjoying the program, and they decide, hey, I really want this stream to be bigger and more people should see it. Just like giving people on Discord Nitro
Mm-hmm.
or gifting people things on Steam, you could be
Or
gifting
gifting subs on
Yeah.
Twitch.
you could be gifting visibility. I wonder if they'd make it giftable, where like
Mhm.
someone can pay X amount for your next stream to be visible by
Yeah.
X amount of people. Could be good for channels like during St. Jude's Play Live. It could be
Mhm.
good for, you know, the equivalent of GoFundMe streams.
Yeah.
But at the same point, it's a really weird mechanic for them to be adding. And I
Yeah,
don't think
because
anybody asked
me-
for something like this.
Like me as a streamer on my own channel that regularly has 2 or 3 people chatting, viewers 5 or 6, it's not going to help me at all because I'm so small that I wouldn't want my viewers to spend money on it, and I'm not going to spend money doing that. So it just means I'm going to get even more buried if that's possible, is what I fear. And as a lot of people saying that it doesn't help who you think it's going to help. And I mean, it's in beta. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see, what Twitch decides to do with it. They might just decide to scrap it all together if there's enough outcry, or they might, release metrics and say, this is how it's working. And those channels could say, this is how it's working. But again, it's going to help those channels that are in that beta because Twitch viewership is zero sum. You can really only watch one stream at a time. Sure, you can open multiple streams and like mute the tab or something like that.
You can have 5 maximum doing that, by the way.
But really, you're only watching one stream at a time and interacting with it. Maybe 2 if you're really working on it. 3?
I've had 3. I've
Okay.
had 3 going at the same time, all the audio from, and it's worked. It's worked real well, but that's also because I'm a tryhard, and I love when my friends stream.
Yeah. I guess we'll see how it goes. Dave, do you think we have time for one more topic, one more beanbag toss, one more set of cookies?
God help me, I hope we do.
It's been a while since Dave's gotten to bring one up.
Although poor Steve doesn't look very hungry anymore.
Save your teeny to the side.
Wait a minute, have all of you not been eating all the cookies?
No, that was the one that like he picked up and threw to the side, or
Okay,
that you
good.
did.
I was going to say,
I've been eating all mine. All right, I sunk one. Go for it.
Balls. Balls. Boater's just throwing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah!
Hey, Dave sunk 3.
All right. And of course,
Sportsmanship. Sort of. Oh, yeah,
we
grab a cookie.
saved while you're looking for your
Oh my
precious
god, are we
cookies.
tinfoil hat? Oh, I'm taking those back out.
What?
What'd you get?
What?
Oh my god! There's another Mew!
Ah!
I mean, I feel like it's only right to also split this one, but then I get the top one. We got 2 Mews in one bag.
Well, ladies
Are
and
they
gentlemen,
really that rare? I don't know.
2 Mews and a package of cookies. This sounds like a job for...
The tinfoil hat. Shall we split this one, or shall I just down it myself? Okay, hold on. We would like some tinfoil.
What?
I need to save my cookies. Put the cookies in a tinfoil hat.
Hold on. Where's this stupid me? There we go. I promised I would do it. I'm here recording the Nerd Glasses podcast live at the moment. We've been opening Pokemon cookies, and we've gotten our second Mew of the night. And I said I would do it. Score.
I kind of want to go through after the stream and see if there's a third Mew in there.
That's right, believers. The tinfoil hat's back on, and that can only mean one thing. Well, viewers, make sure your tinfoil hats are affixed so that the non-believers and the ill listeners don't sneak into our topic here. But I have it on good authority, Boater. I have it on good authority on the internet that someone posted at Gematsu that our brethren
Oh, no.
Kojima
Oh.
is once again
I thought he was going to say
Going to be
something about
working.
Epic.
going to be working on a Death Stranding game partnered with Sony exclusively for the PlayStation 5. That's right, believers. We will get a Death Stranding, a Silent Hills game with Kojima on PlayStation 5. You heard it here first. You heard it here the worst. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
He's back, bitches.
Okay. Sorry, I was as promising posting that to TikTok. But Dave, could I have one of those hats? Because I heard what you said, but partially I was posting to TikTok. Number two, I wanted to protect myself, and I let the sound waves pass over me. I didn't want to bring those into my cranium where they could be reached and pulled back out.
Don't know what's going on with the foil. Don't know what's going on with the foil. It seems like someone...
It's part of the conspiracy. It doesn't want us to block the signals.
Does. It seems like someone hath sabotaged my my hater blocker creator. There you go.
Okay. Okay, we go. Shiny side in. Dave, give it to me full.
You ready again for this breaking news?
Yes. I think I'm ready for it this time.
As confirmed by Gematsu on the internet. Kojima, PlayStation, Silent Hill, PlayStation 5 exclusive. Bank on it.
I believe it now.
You
I
must-
understand the hat. I believe everything you say without questioning it at all. That's how it's supposed to work, right?
Dave won more of the...
Wait just a minute. Final score is Dave 2, Steve 3. Steve got 2 or 3. I don't know. Steve,
I got
you can
2, Steve got 3, and you got, what, 5?
something like that. Steve, you can cut it. You can cut it together so that we have an actual scoreboard for this sometime.
I'll get to it once I get sound back on my laptop.
Yay!
Yeah, I updated Windows 7. Don't update to Windows 7. I have absolutely no sound, whether it be on headphones or through my speakers.
So he said Windows 7. What he was actually saying, Windows 11 came out today, and Steve decided to early upgrade immediately. Tinfoil hat, never do it. That's how they get you.
That's how they destroy your computers!
Also, to be totally honest, I mentioned it to you before, and I generally don't upgrade day one because sometimes there's kinks to be worked out. I'm sure the audio issue will be worked out soon. Much love to Steve's computer. Hopefully he gets to be able to hear things soon. This feels
Confirmed
weird
here on
without the
Insane
tinfoil
Games
hat on now.
TV. Microsoft trying to block Insane Games TV.
Oh my God, your eyes. You had the perfect eyes for tinfoil hat. Oh my God, very Florida man of you. You can take the hat off now. I think that is it for... Okay, cool. I think that's all the time that we've got for today. I'm going to be putting a couple things up on Table Topics in our Discord, including something about the Dota 2 tournament that is starting this week, as well as something about God of War Ragnarok and the actor Christopher Judge. And I think you have a few topics that'll go up there too, yeah?
I have got Warwick and Framus, the guitar makers, had a little bit of a legal tiffle that started in 2016, and the end of September, it was, well, you'll have to look on Table Topics to find out. Konami apologized for something unheard of, and yet...
Was it for deleting PT?
No.
Then I'm not
No,
interested.
it was not. And Bloodhound Chronicles apparently are causing quite the stir around. I will mention one more, and if you don't mind, because stick around, folks, because after this, we'll be going live here on Insane Games TV with The Citadel, where Boater will be playing...
The Outer Worlds. Is actually the replay of it has started going up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/boaterbug. But we are continuing live, and we'll be starting 8:15ish. We go offline. We move the whole table over there. 10-minute countdown, and I see you for a few hours as we continue Stacy's adventures in Halcyon.
So, it's an unrelated note, and it's not a very big thing, but boy howdy, I love Henry Rollins. Do you know that name?
I mean, it sounds familiar.
He was the front man of the band Black Flag, punk rocker in the early days, and then he joined, created his own Henry Rollins band,
Okay.
and did some solo projects. But he announced a spoken word tour, and I am super pumped about it. And he's going to be coming to Albany on March 20th, and he's going to be going to the Egg. He has done these spoken word tours before. I think he's hilarious. I'll link you to some of his stuff and see if you like it. But if anyone out there wants to go with me, tickets are $30 a piece. The Egg is not a bad theater.
It's really nice. I've seen who have I seen at the Egg? I've seen Mike Birbiglia there, and I've seen at least one other person.
And
Dimitri
Henry
Martin.
Rollins, I think by March I'd feel suitably comfortable going to a public event and doing things.
Fingers crossed. I'm seeing Gabriel Iglesias at Palace Theater in about half a month. So fingers
Exactly.
crossed.
So I'm looking forward to that. If you want to join me on the Henry Rollins announced the Good to See You 2022 tour, let me know. We'll do a group thing together. But on March 21st, 2022, he'll be at the Egg, and I kind of want to go. And I do want to see that man chat about what a retired punk rocker does.
Yeah, by all means, send that to me. Throw it in the Discord so that people get to see it. It sounds like it'll be a good time. Unfortunately, that is going to do it for the Nerd Glasses podcast today. So many topics that we didn't get to, but Dave, I had a lot of fun playing cornhole, and not just because I won. But this was a good time. We're not going to do this every week, but we may come back to it now and again.
Let's just say at least once a month we'll do something like this to change it up.
Yeah.
Give it fun. Next week, let's just call it here. We're gonna do topics from a hat.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have to do the hat trick.
So make sure to post in the Discord down below fictitious topics. That's different from tinfoil hat, by the way. It's different. But make sure to get those in there so that Boder and I can write them down and report your fictitious news as if it's real in the style of Nerd Glasses delivery. And make sure to hit that follow button here. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join us for any of the programs. Coming up next, we have The Outer Worlds on the Citadel featuring Boder. And tomorrow, myself and Steve are going to be, for the Weekend Wednesday, are going to be hosting the start of the Playmaker Mario 8 League, where we're going to be, Symphonic Wah is going to be competing to get the gold.
Oh, yeah.
We're also going to, Wah! We're also going to be playing a horror title called Detention.
'Tis the season.
Make sure to tune in for that one. It's Obscura. It's going to be scary. It's going to be weird. And it's going to be only here on Insane Games TV.
And, of course, make sure you're back here next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, for the Nerd Glasses podcast. But for this week, I've been Boder.
I've been Dave Man.
And we'll see you then. Thank you, everybody, and good night. And I hope to see you guys in about 15 minutes. Bye!
So alive, make it last for